Joining us now is Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar. Sheriff, we thank you so much for being there. Texas Governor Abbott announced that he's creating 2 strike teams to monitor high traffic crossing areas, which would add about 40 more troopers. What's your reaction to this move? Is it enough?
Look, I think if the conditions persist here in Bexar County, which is about which is about 2 hours inland from the border, we just don't see it slowing down. Quite frankly, I think that a whole lot of effort is being wasted on the border in the way that it's being used. And so, I attribute that to what I would call a perceived lack of action on the part of the federal government that's allowing the state of Texas to do what they're doing, which is quite frankly causing a whole lot of heartache for other agencies. And I don't see a whole lot of benefit from it. Law enforcement up here is getting in vehicle pursuits every day. We're dealing with big rescues of groups of undocumented immigrants every day. And so, quite frankly, I just don't see how all that resources on the border are making any difference.
And you wrote a letter to President Biden for a 3rd time requesting assistance. And you said in part, "I'm angry, Mr. President. I'm angry that I could not stop this massive loss of life in my county. I'm angry that despite my best efforts to appeal to your administration, I have not received a response. I'm disappointed that a perceived lack of action on the part of the U.S. government has allowed the governor of my state to use this issue as one big campaign stunt. I've watched as Governor Greg Abbott has painted this humanitarian crisis as some sort of enemy invasion. It's obvious that you're blaming not just the governor, but also the president. Have you heard from the president or the White House yet?"
Well, we've had some contacts from somebody in Washington that has indicated that they're open to a meeting of some sort. I don't know that it'll be the president himself, but right now I'm just glad to have any amount of dialogue from D.C.
When it comes to resources, specifically, where do you feel that you need the most help? And do you have possible solutions that you can present to the president if you were to get a meeting with him?
Oh, absolutely. We've got a list of possible solutions that, hey, we may not have all the answers, but I think between those of us that are here with eyes on the problem every day, and those in D.C. that are the top decision makers, I think we can reach some sort of an understanding to try to truly make a difference in this issue that right now doesn't show any signs of letting up. And we're just pouring billions of dollars into the border, and I just don't see it making a difference.
And Sheriff, we've been doing some reporting on Operation Lone Star, which was Governor Abbott's move to crack down on illegal immigration by deploying state troopers to dozens of counties. I want to play a soundbite for you by a retired National Guardsman about the program.
It was a rush to put a number of soldiers on the border. The magnitude of problems with pay and equipment with Operation Lone Star is more than I've ever seen. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think I could come up with a mission to do as bad a job. I couldn't plan to do a mission this bad, ever.
Really some damning words there. Whether it's Operation Lone Star or any of the other governor's efforts to stop migration, has your county experienced any positive change?
No, we have not experienced any positive change. In fact, it seems to be picking up steam. I mean, that's a heartbreaking soundbite to hear from one of our national heroes, our brothers in camouflage that are out there doing the governor's bidding. Unfortunately, it's beyond their control. And to me, it just seems like a big campaign stunt that billions of dollars are being poured into it. And for what? As that soldier mentioned, the pay is horrible. But with that being said, I think that maybe there's a sense of hopelessness that we're sleeping out here in the desert, watching, for this enemy invasion that never truly seems to come, and all their time away from their families. I mean, quite frankly, I've got deputies that were activated and are assigned there on the border. I could certainly use those deputies here to deal with this backlog in the jail and prison system that the governor has created as part of this charade that he's running down there.
How much of a problem with immigration do you think has happened due to the humanity of these people being stripped away from the conversation?
Well, look, I think that the vast majority of these folks are fleeing something in their country, right? Bad economic condition, limited options for people. Some of these folks are living over there in an area where your son is going to be taken from you and forced into service to work for the cartels against his will. Your daughters are going to be taken against their will from you, and God knows what is going to happen to them once they're forced into that life. So I can't say that I blame them all. Now, is that to say that every one of these people coming over here is a perfect angel? No, absolutely not. Like with any group of people, you're going to have some folks in there that are bad actors. But with that being said, I think the vast majority just want to come do some honest work.
So helpful to hear your input and insight, and we really appreciate you having the conversation tonight. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar, we thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.